Hello, everyone. My name is Tom. I'm the recruitment manager at Addteq. We are observing National Disability Awareness Month and also the Disability Mentoring Day. Just a little bit about Addteq. Addteq creates expert solutions in DevOps, and one of our products is Unstoppable. Unstoppable allows visually impaired users to use Jira and Confluence platforms. I have Nathan with me, who is our quality accessibility engineer. He helps us improve the Unstoppable products for Addteq. And we just thought that we could share some experiences that we have. So hi, Nathan, how are you?
Good, how are you, Tom?
Good, good. So how did you decide to pursue quality assurance engineering?
So when it goes back quite a while, actually. So when I was in college, I was first went to college at a community college in Maryland, and I was approached by some people within the Students with Disabilities office, and they asked me if I wanted to help test out some of their education platforms like Blackboard, which is a learning management system that a lot of colleges use. And so I said yes. And so they got me in contact with the IT department at the community college. And it kind of went from there. And I ended up working with them for about 2 years or so. And then I graduated from community college and then went off to a 4-year institution at Towson University, which is also in Maryland. And there I had a very similar experience, such that I gotten good relationships with the members of the Students with Disabilities office and a college professor that works in the computer science department at Towson. And they got me a lot of exposure doing accessibility testing for various things for the within the university. And then in my last summer and full semester at college at Towson, I actually worked in the IT department itself and worked directly with developers and system administrators and other testers to help fix the university's website and other products within the university.
I know that you help us improving Unstoppable, which is works with Jira and Confluence. So what are the challenges for a visually impaired person using collaboration tools such as Jira?
And some of the issues are related to certain aspects, especially in Jira. They're not all compatible without Unstoppable. So if you were to just use normal Jira without the Unstoppable accessibility plugin installed, there are certain features that are not viewable to the blind user. So I use 2 different talking software programs, often known as screen readers. One is called JAWS, which stands for Job Access with Speech. And the other one is called Non-Visual Desktop Access, also known as NVDA. And so when you're not using Unstoppable, some of the features within the Jira platform are not viewable by the screen reader. And so it doesn't pick up some of the code that a visual person can see that it gets outputted. So the HTML code, which is obviously what every computer system is made of, is not visible to the screen reader. So the blind person never gets to see those features. And so they can't do certain parts of their job if they're required to use those features.
Great. I know also you use other tools, and one of them was very interesting. You showed me before. So you use a device for note taking, right?
Correct. Yes.
Can you show us that? It's very interesting. I found it fascinating that it helps you to take notes.
Yeah, so it's called a Brown Note Touch Plus. It is it's based off of it is put it down. It is based off of the Android phone.
Mhm.
So it has a lot of the features that you have in an Android phone. But it also is a word processor, and it also has internet capability and email capability. So it's pretty much, it's a combination of any type of computer and an Android phone.
So it's like a keyboard, right? Do you type
Yeah,
and
so I type on the keyboard. These three keys here, these three keys here, those six keys make up the Braille alphabet or Braille. So a Braille in itself is made up of six
uh-huh.
dots, the combination of six dots, and there's different combinations that make up letters and numbers and other different things. And so these six keys correspond to a specific what they call a dot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6. And then this key and this key are just the enter key and the backspace key, just like a normal keyboard would have. And then at the bottom here, this bottom line here is the Braille actually gets outputted. So I can type up here, and then I can move my fingers down here, and I can read what I'm writing. And then I can do, if I want to change it, I can delete it or, do whatever I want with it.
That is great. I find it fascinating.
It runs about $5-6 grand.
Well,
It's not
I
cheap.
didn't know that. Yeah, must be.
Yeah.
Expensive. Let's talk about your like daily responsibilities at Addteq. What do you do mainly, during the day or during the week? How do you help the teams?
So I do a variety of different things. So my days is a combination of meetings with our quality assurance and development team in the morning, and also my manager, Manchu. And I also have, other weekly meetings that are throughout the week. I have a lot of I have a sprint planning meeting for the Unstoppable team where we talk. We get the quality assurance guys, which is me and another guy named Ramesh, and our development guys, Kieran and Nitin and all of them. And we all get together and talk about this upcoming issue, or what are our future plans for Unstoppable, and review past tickets, and we assign work and things like that. So I have that every 2 weeks, and then I have my daily meetings, just the normal stand-up meetings with everybody else. And when I'm not doing that and not doing my testing, which takes quite a while, I do a lot of various other things, such as I keep up to date with things within the industry, the accessibility industry. So listening to webinars and signing up for seminars and trainings. And I'm also in the process of right now trying to get what's called the Web Accessibility Specialist certification, which is through the International Association of Accessibility Professionals, which is the governing body of my industry. And it's the highest certification within the industry. And so I'm in the process of studying for that. I have the beginner certification already, and I've had that before I even came to Addteq. But I'm trying to get the highest certification right now. So then I also do other things like I deal with social media work. I have a lot of connections within the accessibility and disability communities. So I am subscribed to a lot of email listservs. I'm a member of the National Federation of the Blind, which is the largest blindness organization in the world. So I get a variety of resources and things that I want to be, that are interesting, that pertain to the accessibility and disability industry communities. So I do a variety of things, and I also work with our leadership team and deal with helping out with any sort of projects that they're interested in. And I also deal with the sales and marketing team in trying to convince companies to buy Unstoppable, and I do a lot of demonstrations for them.
Great. Perfect. You talked about Unstoppable a little bit, right? So if you consider the companies, large companies who are implementing Unstoppable, what are the advantages, or what are the things that they can accomplish if they, let's say, implement Unstoppable throughout the organization?
So, one of the biggest things and one of the bigger cornerstones of accessibility in general, just now with Unstoppable, is that when a company believes in accessibility, it helps both the employees of the company and their customers who have disability to gain a sense of independence, so that they don't have to rely on sighted people to do their job. So Unstoppable gives me that freedom that I can, if one of my coworkers says, hey, can you look at ticket number such and such, I can use the commands that are within that Unstoppable allows me to use. And I can go and find that ticket and say, hey, yeah, I know that ticket, or I can help this out, or, things like that help, help the company, in any way. So that's the biggest thing it does.
So let's go back to Addteq. What is the most rewarding part of your job working at Addteq?
So the most rewarding thing about working for Addteq is when I am doing my testing, the idea that I am helping both Addteq and our clients who have that are using Unstoppable or want to use Unstoppable in the future, help those people with disability, especially blindness, be a part, do their job, and help their, both Addteq, as obviously I help Addteq, and then, a customer uses it, they're helping their company, that blind person's helping their company in keeping them sustainable. So, saying that I'm making a difference, in the larger community.
That's true. Just the last question. What is your advice on companies who are trying to improve their accessibility in general? Just, 1 or 2 points.
I think the biggest thing is that a lot of companies don't know where to start for accessibility. And so the biggest thing is, reaching out within the disability community and trying to figure out, what kind of product do we have and what disability or disabilities is it geared towards, and trying to see if you can recruit people within those, within a particular disability community, because there's, just because someone has there's disabilities, and then there's many disabilities. There's people blind, there's deaf, there are, people who are in wheelchairs. So, each disability has its own differences. And so, it's not just say, hey, we got a person with a disability, let's help them. There's different, each disability has its own challenges, and, you need to adapt your product towards that disability group. So, just, having people with disabilities be a part of that process of being a part of testing and development, and, just verifying whether or not your product's really accessible, because, it's just kind of the right thing to do. I mean, I don't know how to say it. It's just kind of
true.
the moral thing to do.
True. Great, Nathan. Thank you so much for your time, and enjoy your rest of your Friday, I guess. And thanks for all the insightful information.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Thanks.